Hello, my name is Nora Jaenicke and I am the writer-director of the short film Proof. What inspired me to make this film? So I made this film because I myself had a very hard time keeping my American green card. And I wanted to explore this topic also because many of my friends in New York have been through difficult processes in order to gain their permit to live in the US. And I wrote the screenplay during the Trump Muslim ban, and it was my interest to shed light onto how some people are having a much harder time at these immigration interviews than others. And so I think that this film is a good one when it comes to triggering discussions around topics of immigration and love and borders, you know, how hearts get crushed at the border on a daily basis. Sometimes it's very hard to stay together. It's a very globalized world where people meet in different cities, and let's say, you know, like the characters in my film, they meet in film school and they want to build a future together, but then their cultures clash and their backgrounds are not the same, and they're not able to stay together the way they would like to because of you know, borders and because of the green card issue. So ultimately, I wanted to tell a story that felt personal for many reasons, but I also thought that it was relevant for the world that we live in today, precisely around the time that I wrote the screenplay when the Trump Muslim ban came into effect. And that's basically the main reason why I wrote the screenplay. And then to answer your question, the challenges and the obstacles and the problems, well, like in any independent film, there were many challenges and many obstacles. One of them, of course, was finding the budget. It's very hard to finance an independent film. Ultimately, it is thanks to the main executive producer, Sunny Chatra, that we were able to make this film for the money that it ended up costing, which was a lot more than expected. And then another obstacle was finding filming at the airport, which was not possible. So we faked the airport shots at a different location, and hopefully it doesn't show too much, and hopefully there is a bit of you know, the audience is invested enough in the plot not to notice this little detail. And what is my wish to achieve with the film? Well, hopefully it will get into many festivals, and it will trigger discussions around the topics that I addressed in the previous, while I answered the previous question. And also, hopefully people who have been through problems like these are able to relate even more, and perhaps watching the short can be a cathartic experience, because it will help them feel understood. And ultimately it is about bringing the story to the big screen and shedding light onto this particular aspect. I would say that ultimately the film is about the question of identity and where our homes are when clearly in the globalized world that we live in, we get to know people from such different backgrounds. We fall in love with people who have very different experiences and upbringings than us. So on top of this being a story about a couple who has to face the challenges of this interview, this very harsh interview at the border to enter the United States, it is also a film about people who come from very different cultures, very different backgrounds, and how they are trying to you know, celebrate their relationship, and the obstacles are not just bureaucratical, but they're also given by the difference of their countries of origin and where they came from. Thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoy the film. Thank you.